All right, how you doing, folks? Dan Bidondi here for TruthRadioShow.com. Today is February 27th, 2019. We got some headline news I want to talk about. Of course, it's not headline in the mainstream media because they don't want to tell you this stuff. Anyway, we got several issues here. A lot concerning Planned Parenthood. A lot concerned with Chelsea Clinton. And if you don't know who Chelsea Clinton is, I'm sorry for you. But anyway, Chelsea Clinton tweeted today, I think yesterday, that abortion, blocking abortion is unchristian-like. She said anybody who basically stops abortion, whatever, it's unchristian. You know, to stop abortion is unchristian. Well, first of all, before we get into this, I'm going to read the headlines down. And Planned Parenthood saying that it's 4 times more likely for black African-American women to have problems during their pregnancy. And, also giving birth. And to die, from giving birth and all that. I'm trying to read my nasty handwriting here. I just took notes so I get the information right. And another one, the Southern Poverty Law Center and Chelsea Clinton are both saying that hate groups are at a record high thanks to Donald Trump. So areas where Trump supporters are, they said the hate groups are bigger. Okay, they're growing through the roof. So we're getting to that. And also the CDC is saying that the flu shot has prevented 7 million people from having the flu and dying, which a big lie. And they're also saying that 8 million people died from the flu, but they don't tell you that most of those people, at least 7 million of those people, already had the flu shot. They won't tell you that, though. And they say 109,000 were hospitalized for the flu. So we're going to break into every one of these headlines. But back to Chelsea Clinton, basically telling people that stopping abortion is unchristian. Well, first of all, Chelsea, you don't know nothing about the Bible. It's in Psalms. It's all over the Bible about how important it is to preserve life. Okay, it's in our Constitution. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If you to go say that it is unchristian-like for people to stop abortions, you don't know nothing about the Bible. And you are an admitted Satanist, okay? You're adorned by the Church of Satan. This is all on record. And you have a nerve to quote something as if you're speaking it from a Christian perspective. It's unchristian-like to stop abortions. All right. I'm going to leave it at this, okay? You go tell God that when you meet his face. When you meet the face of God, you go tell him that's unchristian-like to stop abortions, okay? You don't know nothing what you're talking about, okay? You're like that Cortez woman talking out of your ass, okay? You don't know nothing about what you're talking about, okay? You're a complete ditz. You shouldn't even be allowed to speak. You or Cortez, both. Okay, then you go on to say, with Planned Parenthood, okay, that's saying that you're talking about abortions, you're supporting abortions with Planned Parenthood, and you're using the rhetoric of Planned Parenthood. Now, Planned Parenthood is going on their Twitter too, and that was Chelsea Clinton that tweeted this stuff. But Planned Parenthood now is saying that it's 4 times more likely for a black African woman to die during pregnancy, during birth. So this is the propaganda I was talking about, okay? A lot of people are not aware, okay? This is where the racism comes from. And I want every black person listening now to understand this. Do the studies, see for yourself. Planned Parenthood was, the founder was Margaret Sanger. She was a well-known, okay, advocate for the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK. She spoke at many rallies. They loved her. Even though predominantly they don't allow women into the Klan, but they loved her because she was a huge advocate for black abortions. She pushed black abortions. She hated black people. Many of her quotes in books, her papers stated how she couldn't stand the black race. It was a eugenics operation to go after the black African Americans. And Larry Pinkney, the former head of the Black Panthers, who was on Infowars.com, he's on my page as well. I want to get him on to talk about this because he's a black gentleman, used to lead the Black Panthers, okay? He found out himself that this whole abortion thing targets black people. It targets the black community. The abortion does. Planned Parenthood does. Historically, Planned Parenthood is the most racist organization on the planet. They target, so they put out the rhetoric, and that's why you see, when you look at the stats, most abortions are blacks. Most abortions are pushed into the black communities. Because they go around, and as they tweeted today or yesterday, I believe, that they're saying that Planned Parenthood is telling black folks, you're 4 times more likely to die during pregnancy than the white people. That is a total lie right there. They're telling you this because they push all this propaganda in your head, acting like they care about you, acting like they care about women's rights, which they don't. Okay? They go around to push this eugenics crap to destroy the black race. That's what they're doing. Margaret Sanger, the founder, and that evil twit. I forgot her name. She's the head of Planned Parenthood now. She looks like she's got one eye pointing this way. She's total space shot. Okay? And I don't know who puts these women in charge. Like, I don't mean to sound sexist, but these women are cracked out of their skull. Okay? Cortez, Chelsea Clinton, and this ding crackpot, evil twit. Okay? You can see the demons right through her eyes that runs Planned Parenthood. Okay? Wow. All I have to say is about her. But they go off to say that you, black, 4 times more likely, you blacks, more likely to die from giving birth than the white people. That is a total lie right there. There's no stats to back that up, and the only reason why the stats that they'll show you, most abortions push, are blacks, which is right, because they use propaganda to go after the black community. And I'm telling you right now, when the black community finds this stuff out, as a whole, your whole system's done. Because the Democratic Party, people say, well, the Republicans are racist, okay? Why do you think more black people, now more than ever, are supporting the Republican Party now? And I don't go for either party, I'm independent. But why do you think they support? Because they're waking up. They're waking up to the truth. They're waking up to the truth how there was a Democratic Party who helped push things like the KKK. They helped for, this is on record. You can check it for yourself. The FBI had a hand in helping with the KKK too. It was the Democratic Party who pushes these white supremacist groups. The skinheads and all that, it's all on record, all of it. Black people are finding this out. They're coming to the intuition of the truth. That's why you see a huge rise in Trump supporters in the black community. Because it's starting to say, hey, wait a minute. We were always told that the Republicans hated blacks. We were always told that they were racist. But when you look in history, wait a minute. It was the Democratic Party who wanted to keep black people in slavery. It was the Republican Party who risked their own lives, and I don't know how many thousands of Republicans died to fight for black freedom. They freed the slaves, Abraham Lincoln. But yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about how the Democratic Party funded KKK. They fund and push Planned Parenthood with the racist twat, excuse my language, I don't mean racist twit, Margaret Sanger, who's burning in hell right now. Okay? And when it comes to kids, I get all frustrated, so please pardon me if I use obscene language. But they are totally racist people. They hate the black community, but when it comes to election time, they'll come to your door. Oh, we'll give you free food stamps, we'll give you free this, that, and the other thing, and we support you 100% from those racist Republicans. And that's the propaganda they push. And the propaganda they push down, shove down young black ladies' throats to say, oh, you're pregnant? Oh, do you know you could die from having a kid? You got a strong chance of dying. Scares the hell. The girl's already scared. Now she goes to Planned Parenthood or whatever to get an abortion. Over a lie. And it screws her up mentally for the rest of her life. Most people who have abortions go through these psychological problems. They don't tell you that, though. They don't tell you it's not a natural procedure. Not at all. And so, moving on from there, and people in the black community, you really need to do your history. Don't listen to me. Go do your history, your homework. It's the Democratic Party who sponsors white supremacist groups. On record, not Trump supporters. And I'm not saying there's no racist people on Trump's side. I'm not saying that. But the majority of people are not racist, okay? And Trump's not a racist, okay? And that's why the black community is strongly supporting Trump, and it's growing. It's real. I think it was like 40% of black people now support Trump, or something crazy like that. It's awesome. And now moving on to the real terrorist, who also organization that helps promote fear-mongering, helps promote fake news with the white supremacist groups and all that, is where the FBI get their information from too. It's called the Southern Poverty Law Center. And now what they're saying is these hate groups are at a record all-time high, and Chelsea Clinton had the nerve to chime into this. She even retweeted it to say, oh, thanks to Trump, okay, white supremacy is at an all-time high. And the Southern Poverty Law Center is backing her up with this propaganda garbage. But they don't tell you, oh, wait, Black Lives Matter, okay? The majority of the racist groups, yes. The white supremacist groups, yeah. When do these things stop popping up? right in between Obama's two terms. That's when all hell broke loose. If anybody remembers all the stuff that happened in Cleveland and everything else, with the Michael Brown situation in 2009, all that stuff happened during Obama's years. The racist groups, the blacks and white racist groups, skyrocketed through the roof during Obama's terms. Now they're trying to swing it over because they think people forget things. They think people are stupid like them. And they're trying to blame it all on Trump. All this stuff came out of nowhere when Trump came to office. No, this is going on long before Trump even announced he was running for president. So, where's this blame on to the Obama administration? With him and Al Sharpton, tax invasion and all that, they give him a damn talk show. Jesse Jackson and all these people pushing racism, throwing the race card out. And I look at all the racism going on, where you got that idiot talk show host, Jussie, whatever the hell his name is, and that whack job woman who claimed that Trump supporters attacked them. Come to find out, it was a hoax. They paid the people. It was all a scam to get publicity and go after and demonize the Trump supporters. Now they're facing charges. Michael Cohen admitted that, the so-called recording with Donald Trump was a fake. The Russian collusion has been admitted. It's fake. It's staged. The CNN reporters said that. CNN producers, got caught on camera saying that. It's all fake, okay? And CNN runs with it as if it's facts. But it's all coming out. The lies are coming out. That's why Trump supporters are getting bigger, okay? People, and the thing is, Trump's not really a Republican. He's more of an independent. That's why he's got a lot of good Democrats also supporting him, too. Independents as well. Because people look at everybody that's running for president on the Democratic side. Complete loon whack jobs. Burn out Bernie Sanders. Who was going to vote for that crackpot. The guy can't even remember what he ate 2 hours ago. Then you have that crackpot in Massachusetts, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas. She can't decide what 2 plus 2 is. She's like that dingbat Cortez down in New York. So, and you got these all these whack jobs running for president on a Democratic ticket. So they have no chance in hell. It's going to be a landslide, I'm telling you right now. And moving on to the CDC, and before I do that, Southern Poverty Law Center, Chelsea Clinton, you're 100% wrong on the hate groups being at a record all-time high during Trump's years. They started during Obama's years, and there was more racism, more race wars back then than there is today. Because a lot of black communities are coming over to support Trump now. It's everywhere. Go on YouTube everywhere. You see countless, thousands of videos of black folks, okay, supporting Trump, getting called a racist. You know, the blacks, oh, you're a racist because you got a Trump hat on. They're like, I'm black. What the hell are you talking about? Thousands of black people coming out to support Trump. You know, you people are cracked in the head, you Democrats, okay? And I'm independent, and this is totally insane, it really is. Now, on to the CDC, that's the Center for Disease Control. Total bogus lies, okay? Again, another eugenics process like Planned Parenthood. That's all collusion with each other, all of it. And to push depopulation. And you could call me a conspiracy theorist all you want. It's in the their white papers, how they were going to use vaccines, fluoridation in the water, race wars, abortion, and all that to lower the world's population. John P. Holdren's Ecoscience, he was Obama's science czar, and he admitted in his book Ecoscience what they're going to do. Agenda 21, which is Agenda 2030, the same thing. It's a modern-day eugenics on steroids, openly saying what they're going to do. And if anybody knows anything about eugenics, you should know what I'm talking about. That's what drove people like Hitler and all that to go after blacks and Jews and everything else, because it's total insane stuff. But anyway, the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, with once again, that flu shot propaganda. They said we prevented 7 million people from getting the flu this year. But 8 million people died from the flu shots. But they'll throw that right in your face. Boom. 8 million people died from the flu shot. So everybody's like, oh my God, I got to get my flu shot. But about 7 million of those people already had the flu shot. We didn't tell you that. And that's exactly what they do. And you look into the studies, you'll find out that those 8 million people that died last year, in 2018, at least 7 million of them already had the flu shot. And you talk to anybody, just about anybody that's gotten the flu shot, 99% of them will tell you, when I got the flu shot, I got the flu, I got sick. They'll tell you that. Then they go say 109,000 people were hospitalized last year because of the flu. Again, about 100,000 of those people had the flu shot. But they won't tell you natural remedies work safer, faster, more effective, and no side effects at all. And you don't even get sick and than the damn flu shot. But they won't promote that because what happens, the CDC is in bed with big pharma companies. Now, if you ever notice, right, every 2-3 years or whatever, you see the same faces in new places. You see people from the CDC and Merck and all these big pharmaceutical companies, same CEOs, same corporate people, they get positions in other companies. They switch employees constantly. It's the same people running the whole show, and they switch employees once in a while to other firms and everything else to keep the money coming in. Because if the CDC were to come out and say, hey, the flu shot, hey, you're going to get sick from it, they would lose money, okay? Because the CDC wouldn't be, I would say the big pharma wouldn't be cutting them money, and it's all a money-making scheme. So a doctor, a brain-dead doctor that doesn't know any better, he just goes by the script of his pharmacy stuff, will tell you, oh, you need a flu shot. And without even analyzing it, and the doctors get big money from the stuff. It's all a big money-making scheme. And here's the other thing, too. Now, they know 99% of people are going to get sick off the flu shot. So what they do is now you have to go back to the doctor. You have to stay in the hospital, 109,000 people hospitalized. That's 109,000 people paying a hefty hospital bill. And 8 million people died. Okay, that's 8 million funerals, okay, and not in a way they're dying by buying these prescribed medications and all that. That's a lot of money for Big Pharma right there. If they were to tell the public, hey, natural cures will cure it faster, safer, more effective, no side effects, and out of those 8 million people that died, you probably get maybe 100,000 that would die versus 8 million people. Plain and simple. And again, most of those people had the flu shot already. This is all on record. And last we're going to leave here, this is a stat. You can check it out for yourself if you've got the source, but it's a well-known stat. The number one cause of death in 2018 worldwide, the number one cause of death in 2018, guess what it was? Wasn't car accidents, wasn't mass shootings, wasn't drug overdoses or nothing. It was abortions. The number one cause of death in 2018. More people died, which are people, the kids, more lives was taken from abortion than anything else worldwide in 2018. And if that doesn't get to you, or if that doesn't make you angry inside about this, okay, you're not a human being. You're not a human being at all. You're just a spineless, zombie, friggin' demonic scum who think it's your right to abort a child. And you know what, ladies? If you don't want a kid, keep your damn legs closed. There's women's rights for you. You have a right to keep your damn legs closed if you don't use protection. How dare you use abortion for birth control? And no, it's not your right, okay? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the Constitution, and the God-given rights support that baby before being born, okay? And Chelsea Clinton, again, you need to read the Bible because blocking abortions is not unchristian. Like, the Bible condemns abortion. And in fact, I'm going to tell you, anybody's into spiritual warfare, where abortion came from. Okay, and some people I'm going to be talking alien to. Actually, most people out there, I'm going to be talking alien to. So, but you look this up, whatever, and I hope you do. But anyway, where abortion came from, during the fall of mankind, when the fallen angels were here on the earth, they taught men different things to purposely deceive God, to smack God in the face. It was a fallen angel, okay, he's one of the 200 fallen angels under, I forget the angel's name here. I'm going to get the exact angel's name before. So I got it all written down here because I want to get it right here. Shemziza, which is Azazel. He was with a chief fallen angel under Lucifer. Okay, but one of his chief angels was Kasada. It's Kasada. That angel taught women the art of abortions to purposely defy God. That angel did. Then you have the spirit of Baal, which was child sacrifice. People sacrifice infants, newborns, right from the womb sometime, onto the hands of Moloch, which is Baal. Baal worship is the same thing. So you have the spirit of Baal, spirit of Moloch, and a spirit Lilith, who could not stand mankind at all. She tortures men tortures She just haunts the men in her sleep. She tortures the hell out of them, basically, and she just like haunts them bad. And anyway, she's said to be responsible for crib death. She hates children too, and so the spirit of Lilith, the spirit of Baal, the spirit of Moloch, and the spirit of Casada is where abortion comes from, and the spirits that drive abortion today. Again, the number one cause of death in 2018 was abortion. And if you notice, the more abortions there are, the higher the evil is out there. I mean, look at some of these Democratic people. When Trump won, they were screaming in the streets, and I reached out to a lot of people too, man, and I told them there was demonic forces at work. They called me a liar, everything else, and when they seen the stuff for their own self, they're like, oh my God, he's right. Because these demonic forces hate losing. And I don't mean to sound wacko to a lot of you people. I don't mean to sound like I'm talking alien, because I know I am to most of you people, but this is the truth, okay? This is where it comes from. And want to also touching on Robert Kraft from the Patriots. It's just kind of funny, but I'm going to take comments here. Jonathan Resendez, I want to know why they are forcing TB shots on prisoners and threaten prisoners with longer imprisonment, refusing it. It's my next thing. I truly believe, Jonathan, that they're forcing those shots on the prisoners because it sterilizes them. I really believe that, and also it's part of the eugenics process to basically, so they don't, they're trying to cut down the population. This is the United Nations agenda, Agenda 21. It's a eugenics agenda today on steroids. That's what it is, and they're openly saying, you had John P. Holdren in his book Ecoscience and all that, and these globalists coming out, we need to depopulate the earth. Bill Gates in 2010 at the TED conference, he said, to reduce global warming, which is a fraud, okay? To reduce global warming, we need to reduce the population to bring the carbon emissions down to zero. Openly saying we need to come up with newer vaccines to do this. Then you have other globalists and audiences, yeah, just laughing and clapping because they know they want to kill millions and millions of people. That's their goal, okay? They're trying to kill people with eugenics. They have course studies, okay, depopulation courses, how to do this stuff. I mean, this is sick stuff, folks. And you call me conspiracy theorist, call me a liar, whatever. I don't really care, okay, because this is all on record. This is in the globalist white papers for all places. Their own white papers, they openly admit they're doing this stuff. They openly admit they're going to kill you, okay? They want a global world order, and they don't want you part of it, plain and simple. And so you got these demonic forces out there, believe it or not, that's what they are. And you got this whole eugenics movement, this whole New World Order globalist propaganda being pushed by scum like Hillary Clinton, by scum like her daughter Chelsea, by scum like Planned Parenthood and their leader, and the CDC, the Southern Poverty Law Center, and everything else. But lastly, I want to close here, and I'm going to look into that more too with the TB shots, John. I really believe that's the reason why. It's to sterilize them, and it does a number of stuff too. It really does. Because they remember years ago in the military, they had a thing called saltpeter or something. They gave to the military men to sterilize them while they're in the military, so they wouldn't go be knocking people up, or whatever. And I believe that's part of the reason too. But there was a guy in prison for a weekend already, had posted bail, and they tried to give him a TB shot before he left, and he said he would pause his release paperwork if they didn't take it. Oh yeah, they're going to use all kinds of propaganda. My ex-father-in-law in the military, he was told several times, if you don't take the flu shot, you're not getting your bonuses. Military are being threatened with flu shots and everything else, vaccinations. If you don't take these, hey, you can not take them, no problem, but you're not getting your bonuses. You're not getting your benefits. Threatening people with this stuff, which is unconstitutional, unlawful, but they'll do it anyway. And they're threatening people in the schools with their employment. They're threatening people to kick them out of school. My friend's daughters got threatened in Coventry High School 2 years ago. If they didn't get the HPV shot, they'd be kicked out and suspended, which we fought tooth and nail to stop. And they still go around threatening kids with this garbage. So you're seeing a mass eugenics program going on here, and you got scum like Chelsea Clinton and all these people supporting this stuff. It's garbage. These people are evil, and that's why they're losing. They're going to lose. So, and when 2020 comes, when all these people crying, all the Rachel Maddow, okay, that I don't know if she's a guy or a girl, to tell you the truth. I think her and Chris Hayes are the same person, if you ask me. But they're all crying, oh my God, I can't believe Trump won. Well, you're going to be crying some more, because None of your dummy crats are going to win because they're all stupid. They constantly put their foot in their mouth. They talk out of their ass. Most people, and look at every comment when you post anything about global warming, anything about flu shots, anything about abortion. 90% of the comments on every one of these posts, okay, are all against these things. People are waking up everywhere. You are losing the war, globalists, okay? We are winning, okay? Sure, you have the mainstream media to think, oh, look, we got the media behind us. We got it. No, you don't. That's why the mainstream media is failing. That's why we're winning the war. We're winning the information war. That's why most people do not go get vaccinated no more because they know the bogus stories behind them. Most people don't believe in global warming no more. Most people are not buying into the garbage no more. We are winning this information war as admitted by Hillary Clinton. She said that. They are winning the information war. And we got to do something. Then you had John P. Holt, the former Attorney General, Eric Holder. Go after the guns and say, oh, we need to let it openly said on national TV, we need to brainwash the American people to make them think guns are bad. Brainwash them. But yeah, that just went right over the heads of people, the damn liberals who were just zombies at the CNN, like, CNN, MSNBC, liberal news, and when they openly come out, we need to brainwash people. Does that not ring a bell in your head? Does that raise a red flag? But I don't want to get off, I don't want to get off into the gun stuff. We're going to save that for another time. But I want to close with this. Robert Kraft from the New England Patriots, just because he went to a bathhouse or whatever it was and had a woman perform, two women, I guess, perform sexual things on him. Now the media is making a big issue. And first of all, they all hate the Patriots anyway. So they're making a big issue and a big example out of Robert Kraft and trying to tie him in with these prostitution rings, his human trafficking, which he had nothing to do with it. He was just getting pleasured, okay? And 77 years old, man, I mean, first of all, you shouldn't even have to pay for that. And I'm not condoning prostitution, but notice how they make a big deal about that, but they will not touch with a 10-foot pole the child sex trafficking rings going on right here in Rhode Island, all over the country. And this is huge. This is a giant epidemic. Child porn is one of the biggest porn industries in the entire world. Disgusting. How does that sound? It tells you how many demonic scumbags that deserve to be shot in the face, okay, for doing this stuff. Then you have the liberals out there in California trying to push bills, which they pushed a bill that you can marry a 10-year-old to appease the Muslims, to appease the LGBT community. And that LGBT community and these liberals are backing up the child pedophiles to say, oh, they were born that way. We have doctors to say they were born that way. They shouldn't be persecuted for their stuff, and they have rights to like kids. And they want to try to push hate crimes. When they legalize pedophilia, they're going to push hate crimes if you say anything against them. Look it on Twitter and Facebook and all that. The LGBT could come out with any picture they want. A naked guy standing right there with his schlong hanging out. A little girl staring dead at it, like, oh my God, what the hell is that? They won't touch it with a 10-foot pole, but you dare to say, oh, that's disgusting. Bam, they suspend you for it. You know what I mean? Or you put a girl, like an adult girl, in a bikini with a little breast showing. Oh, nope, you can't have that. But if the LGBT does it, oh, don't worry about it. That's fine. We have to bow to the LGBT. We have to bow to the progressive community. You know what I mean? That's disgusting, okay? Plain and simple. And but we can't say nothing about that. But they're the ones who are legalizing pedophilia. The LGBT at the top, okay? The progressives, politicians, doctors, legit doctors are saying that this should be normalized. They should not be prosecuted for this, okay? You have the Vatican, okay? The Catholic Church. Hundreds and hundreds of convicted child molesting priests right here in the United States of America. 2010, I reported on my show. Nobody else even talked about it. We got the news from Ireland, okay? That they deported 300 convicted pedophiles that had sex with kids, Catholic priests. But under Vatican international law, which they were under, they were not allowed to prosecute them. So guess where they went? They shipped them all over to Boston, Massachusetts, and the Archdiocese to be split up among the churches around the country. Child pedophilia is huge. And I know some jackasses right now, or some trolls, oh, Pizzagate. I'm not talking about Pizzagate. This has been going on long before this, okay? Long before. Remember the Kinsey Institute? Alfred Kinsey, the so-called doctor that paid parents or pedophiles to experiment with a 12-month-old kid in 12 hours time to see how many sexual orgasms they had. Disgusting stuff, and they called this science. this crackpot from England, and they got the Kinsey Institute of Sexology and all this. They glorified this scumbag. And this is how society is. It's twisted. And child porn is through the roof. Child trafficking is so much money that there's like about 40 plus kids a day that go missing here in the United States, and not even half of them are recovered ever again. Never. They're putting on child sex slave rings. They're using SRAs, sexual ritual abuse. This is a real issue here, folks. But yeah, when you talk about any of this, somebody will go, that Comet Pizza, that Pizzagate was all a hoax. I'm not talking about Comet Pizza. I'm not talking about Pizzagate, okay? This has nothing to do with that. I'm talking about the real stuff that's going on. And I don't know if it's real now. And I'm not even going to comment on that because it's irrelevant. It really is. You got in Hollywood, top-level politicians who are doing this child pedophilia. It's part of their Luciferian agenda, their rituals. I mean, if you go back into Aleister Crowley, okay, and that crackpots from this the Church of Satan right now. Now, granted, I'm not saying the Church of Satan, the people do this stuff. They don't, okay? But they have no idea that their founder, Anton LaVey, loved Aleister Crowley. Absolutely adored him. Okay, he worshipped the ground the guy walked on. He was part of these sick, demented rituals, okay? Now the Church of Satan is just a watered down. They don't even actually believe in it being Satan. It's just a New Age garbage church. That's all it is. But Anton LaVey himself, he didn't believe any of that crap he taught those people. He was a pure Luciferian, just like Aleister Crowley and all these people that conducted sex magic with children, child sacrifice, real nasty, disgusting stuff. Aleister Crowley bragged in 1 year. In his books, he said 1 year alone, he killed and had sex with 150 male children because they believe it robs their innocence and provides seething energies to the demons. And in the meantime, when they sacrifice a child, they're consuming the blood of the innocent, the blood of the young, that vitalizes them, that helps them live forever. This is their beliefs. Okay, this goes back to ancient Kabbalah. This goes to the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. I mean, if you study all this occultic stuff, you'll see what I'm talking about. Child sacrifice goes back to Babylon and before. When I talk about Moloch, Lilith, and Baal and all this stuff. And this is pure Luciferian to the core. This whole New World Order, this whole propaganda for one world religion, one world government, it's all tied in with each other, folks. They're trying to destroy the population, destroy your faith, and they're trying to get God out of the country and everything else. That's why they're attacking Trump. That's why they're attacking his supporters, because more Christians than ever are coming out for supporting Trump and everything. And, to them, it's horrible that he gets up there and says, God bless America and Jesus is my savior. It's horrible for them because society's been used to scum like Obama, the Bushes, and Clintons, who have been complete Luciferian scum. They're used to that stuff. And so now when this guy comes out, Trump, to say, hey, this country belongs to God and to the people, they can't stand that at all. The globals can't stand that. But you know what? Get used to it. And most of all, Trump wins or not, it doesn't really matter, because when God comes back, all this stuff's going to come to an end. So Chelsea Clinton, you can flap your little dumbass lips all you want, because you're a complete ditz. That's what you are. A complete loon like your stupid witch mother, okay? And Cortez and all these Warrens and dog-face friggin' Dianne Feinstein and Maxine Waters, another dog-face, whatever, just complete dummies. You shouldn't even talk, okay? You shouldn't even be in office because you're complete morons, plain and simple. And Planned Parenthood, you should be abolished, plain and simple. Evil scum that they are. But as far as Robert Kraft, I mean, you know what? I don't condone people getting prostitutes, and he really shouldn't have to because he's a millionaire, whatever. But you know what? That's his business. You know what I mean? So let's not make an example out of Robert Kraft when there's far more worse stuff going on with the local and federal, state and city and politicians and officials and chiefs, police and all that, all taking part of child sex pedophilia. Disgusting. And the only people that get caught is the ones that are not part of the system. It's like the drug industry too, the same thing. Anyway, guys, I gotta get going, and love you all. God bless, and we need to keep really pushing the stuff and getting the truth out, because regardless of how everything bad sounds, we're winning this war. And that's what pisses these liberals off so bad, that we are winning, okay? More and more people, more blacks are waking up. More blacks are learning that Planned Parenthood's bad. They're learning that it's all a eugenics process and targeting black people. It's the Democrats who are targeting the blacks, acting like they're for them. They're learning the history, the truth now. People are waking up against the flu shots now and the HPV vaccines, against the lies from the CDC, the big pharma companies and the doctors and all that. Record numbers are not getting the flu shots no more. It's great. And, you know, it's a wonderful thing. People are waking up left and right, and you people are losing. Just like we are so sure that Hillary is going to win. Boom. She got destroyed. It wasn't even a contest. And it's going to be the same way in 2020. And then again, like I said, it doesn't matter, because when God comes back, all you people are done. Plain and simple, you are done. Your whole New World Order, your whole way of life, everything about you, your evil scum, okay, will be done. Burning in the lake of fire where you belong. Plain and simple. But, you know, you all need to come to God. If you don't want to, if you want to skip that torment, come to God, come to the cross, acknowledge Jesus as a Savior, and turn from those wicked ways. That's all I can tell you. But other than that, those people serve evil willingly. You got to get evil. You want evil? You're got to get evil. People from the Church of Satan, Chelsea Clinton, all these globalists, you want evil? Oh, you're going to get it. Trust me when I tell you that. You think because you serve Lucifer, you serve this new world order system, you're going to have a special place in the kingdom? No, not at all. You know, what you think you know, you don't, okay? Plain and simple. You're going to suffer a heavy price. You want evil, you got to get it, plain and simple. And God's got to do worse than evil could ever think of to you, plain and simple. So anyway, I just want to get that out, and I'm going to push this all over Twitter too, because I just want to smack all these people I mentioned in the face with truth. And it's great. And all the people in the black community, don't listen to me, please. By all means, go do your own research. Go do your history research. You'll see. You'll see. It was the Republican Party who freed the slaves. The Democrats didn't want them. So that's why they went to war. Republicans died to free you. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying there's no racist people in the Republican Party, because that'd be a liar. There's racist people in everywhere. But on the flip side, the majority of the racists and white supremacists are Democrats, not Republicans. And you could go do the history and all that, Planned Parenthood and all these people, they cannot stand black people at all. And they use puppets like Obama to make it look like they're for the black community when they're not. And most black people woke up because of Obama. First time they all came out, all the black community came out to support Obama. The second term, less did, and after that they're like, wow, I should have never voted for Obama. Almost every black person you meet will tell you that. You know what I mean? It's amazing. It really is. And people are learning because of what's going on. And, but yeah, don't imagine what's going to happen tomorrow, because when you turn on the news every day, there's something else. Some Democrat putting their own foot in their mouth, lying about so-called an attack, or lying about, we got information about the Russian collusion. All that's been debunked. All that's been admitted as lies, okay? That's all you people are, as lies. Your whole platform, you're nothing but an illusion, okay? People are seeing through that illusion now. They're taking the glasses off, okay? They're taking those glasses that the establishment put on them when they were born. They're taking them off to see the real truth. Or in the other terms of the movie they live, they're putting the real glasses on to see the real truth. And to see the demonic alien scum, you know, like in the movie, you know what I mean? They live with John Carpenter and Roddy Piper. But you got to see that. It's an awesome movie. But it shows a lot of truth. Not that there's aliens walking around and all that, but shows the propaganda that John Carpenter, the creator of the film, talked about that. He's trying to expose the propaganda, the brainwashing, the mind control done by the elite to conform everybody into this disgusting society. But anyway, guys, love you all. Dan Bidondi, TruthRadioShow.com at Twitter. And God bless you all. Take care. Declaring war on the New World Order. TruthRadioShow.com.